Well, how's everybody doing today? The 806 saga continues. So, when I got this back from that mechanic, if you can call him that, we had trouble. We tried the first time we tried to pick the tractor up, guy went down, they lost all the hydraulics and stuff. So, guy said he drained all the fluid and flushed the system and put all new in and whatnot. When I got it back here, oil was still just white as white can be. Looked horrible. So I drained everything again. I don't know what all goes on with flushing the system, but I'm wondering, I didn't see where that plug is. You got to take the drawbar out of the way and get out a plug in the rear end. Everything was awful tight there. I don't think he did that. I think he just drained the transmission or something. Or I don't know, but there was for having all new oil in there, that stuff was just white as the snow. It was nasty. So I pulled the filter out, and this goes in the back side of the filter, and this big old O-ring on there. Yeah, the O-ring basically fell out. Yeah, that's what he stuffed in there. Seriously. What's supposed to be on there, this little square thing here. So yeah, I'm going to put a new filter in again and put her back together and put new Hy-Tran in her and see what we get into today. Looks like a dying cat over there. Alright, well, it's next morning here. I got the oil all done up in the 806 yesterday. I got to grind a load of feed this morning, and yeah, it was raining this morning. Now it's big wet snowflakes. We're gonna try to haul some of the frozen mountains manure out of the pit, and yeah, since the 7 is out of commission, I think we'll be running the Open Station Nation here. I use this in the 986. I'm gonna put my chains on here. Got some double ring chains. They get you around pretty good. Back in the day, I had this 806 and my original 806, but my original 806 was quite the pile, so I didn't really use that in the winter much. So yeah, I used to use this tractor for everything back when the cows stayed in the barn too. So yeah, I'd mix a load of feed and unhook the mixer, hook the spreader up, and then you have to hook the mixer back up. So I had the cows would stay in the barn. I'd run enough feed. I'd run a little bit of feed in the barnyard, let the cows out, and then I'd put feed in the barn, and then clean the gutter, and then I have to bring the one group of cows in the barn and then dump the rest of the feed out into the bunks for the switch cows in the barnyard. So did a lot of monkeying around back in the day, but yeah, me and this old girl, we've had a lot of good times, if you can call them that, I guess. So anyways, so yeah, we're gonna throw some chains on here and grind a load of feed and get chores done and see if we can break up those frozen mountains. Ain't been on in quite a few years since the tractor's been dead, but he'll loosen up. We'll have to tighten them up a few times after I get driving on them. They're kind of crusty. Heading out with the first load. Didn't get a very good start. Kind of late on me. All that snow and crap this morning. Grind feed. We had to bed all the sheds down. They were all wet from the rain and snow and crap. So At least it quit. I don't know, I put my duck suit on thinking it was going to snow all afternoon, or rain and snow, what they were saying, but it did quit, so actually the temperature's actually pretty freaking nice. There's hardly any wind, and I don't know, it's 30 something out there, so not a bad day. A lot of snow back there too. Everybody's feeling frisky today too. Nice to be done with the cold snap. Well, there's the mountains. Alright, hard as a rock in the middle there. It's peeling up halfway decent though. Sometimes you just gotta get the hard stuff out and shove it to the corner and let it thaw out. Else you just tear the hell out of everything. Alright, another day down in the shed plugging these two tractors in. See if we can get the pit done today, hopefully. Snow's melting fast for not being that warm and no sun, but anyways, we'll see if we can get through today. Went through and snugged them chains down. I got them about as tight as I can get them without taking a crossbar out and shorting them up, but I think they'll be alright for a while yet. So yeah, chains on here a little on the loose side too, but they don't seem to be giving me any fits yet, so probably have to address that by next year. So anyways, we're gonna get cows fed and chores finished up and check back at some point later. And I guess while I think about it, if anybody's wondering why I'm using the 806 when it's cold out and not any of the other cab tractors. Yeah, 15 I think I chains for, nor the Magnum. And could use Dad's 9, but that's way back in the corner there, buried, and yeah, it ain't that cold out. So anyways, see what we can do today. Oh, here we go again. Little pile of frozen stuff. That was between what was in the pit for the barn cleaner and what we push out for the dry cows. I hauled there the other day. That stuff was just way too hard to put in the spreader, so we just set that outside and let that thaw a little bit. Okay, we'll get this back down there and put some fuel in the 806 and have at her. got me a gate from the freestall shed I need to fix. Nice freaking gates anymore, just garbage. So I've welded this, I don't know, 2-3 different times, but it's getting pretty thin down there. Well, that gets all the manure on it anyways. So I got me an old chunk of neck rail from the old freestalls. I'm gonna slam that up in there. Probably cut this hinge off, see if I can find a different piece of pipe to work for the hinge. And if I was smart, I'd have took this into the milk house before I brought it up here and cleaned it up. But we'll scrape it off, it'll be fine. Alright, no, this little square piece of junk I found that already had a hole in it, just about the right size for a gate hinge, so yeah, melted in pretty good. Ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but that's pretty rusty, and I cleaned some of the crap off there, but it's pretty rusty. It ain't gonna weld very good anyways. I did run a few beads up the side of this. It had one side that was a little thinner than the other side, so a little more material on there. For some reason, this short gate in the freestall shed, the cows just can't leave it alone. Not that they can leave anything alone, but they really like to have fun with this gate, so hopefully it'll hold up a little while longer. Yeah, I guess we'll take her down and see if I screwed up and see if it fits or not. Alright, we're in business. See, everybody's over here just trying to figure out how they can break this gate. You can't leave nothing alone, can you? Yeah, so this gate meets up with another gate since we're in 2 different groups over here, so. Got one chewing on it already. Crying out loud. Chain here to hold it open. So if you ain't got it tied open, then they gotta swing it as far over that way and work it and try to break it, because that's what they do best. Alright, well, it's about shore time here. Got the curtains half open in the calf barn. 1st of February. There's Blizzard from the last video. Oh, had a couple of new ones since then. It's Liberty. Nice little calf. Joe, nice little line back heifer. That one's a heifer too. There's a Monty heifer. She's got a little more age to her. I had one born this morning. This red one here. He's making a mess already. She don't look like a heifer. She's pretty stocky for a heifer calf. Come out of a pretty nice cow though. I'm hoping she'll be a pretty good milker. Yeah, the whole crossbreeding thing I'm still kind of up in the air about. I've been breeding a lot back to Holstein here past 6-7 months. They're nice enough cows and stuff. I got a decent amount in the barn milking, but I don't know. I really like my Holsteins. Those linebacks are. I'm curious how well they're going to do when they come in the barn. This is actually a lineback Norwegian red and a Holstein cross, so she'd be a three-way cross. Whether that's better or worse, time will tell. So yeah, that's about all the excitement we've had around here, and from snowstorms to sub-zero to mud. Yeah, I don't know what. It's gonna be nice for about another week, 10 days yet. I'm hoping it'll dry up. We didn't get much frost in the ground because we had all that snow before it got cold. So it's probably a good thing. A lot of this snow that's melting off is probably soaking in instead of running down the hill like it normally does. A lot of people get all up in arms. We don't get a lot of snow over the winter. You know, the farmers need the snow for the moisture. Well, if the ground's froze, it all pretty well runs off before it gets in the ground anyways. But that's just my 2 cents on it. But yeah, we'll see what happens here in the next little while. I don't know. Hard to say. So I'm sure we'll be up to something. So I guess till then, thanks for watching. Hey, and thank everybody for going over 3,000 subscribers. That's kind of cool. Never really thought this thing would go that far. Just kind of messing around, something to look back on and over the years here, see what we were up to. Kind of wish we had smartphones back when I started. It could have been real neat to look back on. But anyways, thanks for watching. We'll catch everybody later.